I never thought that one ugly squat would change my life forever. Sending a surge of ideas through my head that led to a bizarre 2-minute yoga-like routine that forces your body to become 7% more flexible and burn up to 53% more calories in just one session. Unlocking the fat loss potential for men and women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and older who have lived with stubborn fat for years. Hi, I'm Tyler Bramlett, and you're about to hear a life-changing story about how an ugly squat, a chance meeting at a fitness conference, and a Pilates guru helped a 44-year-old out-of-shape diabetic who was told by his doctors that he needed to change his life or end up in the graveyard before 50. Go on to completely transform his body, losing 36 pounds of stubborn fat that his previous personal trainer swore he would never be able to lose. Going from this to this, just by adding these bizarre 2-minute bodyweight sequences into his daily routine. And the crazy part is, you'll be shocked when you read this story and discover the easy solution that unlocked his fat-burning potential, increasing his metabolism, and ultimately saving his life. Even after failing over and over again, spending thousands on personal trainers, and even after trying every mainstream diet and exercise program under the sun. If you're frustrated with your current results, if you've tried workout programs and diets and seen little in the way of real results, then this video could change everything for you. That's because these 2-minute routines are so new that you've probably never seen anything like them before. And in the next few minutes, as you pay close attention to this short video, you'll discover how tight, inflexible muscles put you at significantly greater risk of getting injured and could be the #1 reason you aren't seeing the fat loss results you really want. Why the best way to improve your flexibility and get better results from your workouts is to not add in hour-long sessions of yoga, Pilates, or stretching. How the super easy way to trick your body into becoming 7% more flexible can be done in just 2 minutes, and how you can use these routines and your newfound full body mobility to not only move like you did 10 or even 20 years ago, but also to help you burn fat 53% faster and increase the weight loss results you are currently seeing. But more importantly than all of this, before we get to the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how you can use these short 2-minute routines to help you burn up to 53% more calories in just one exercise session, dramatically altering the speed at which your body loses fat, all while increasing your flexibility, improving your posture, and reducing many of your nagging aches and pains. As you'll see in a few minutes, these bizarre and extremely unique routines have been privately tested and have been proven to work on men and women of all ages. And it doesn't matter your body type, your skill level, or your physical state of health either, because these routines are all based on biological principles that make your body function on a daily basis. And I know, you're probably skeptical about burning up to 53% more calories and increasing your flexibility by 7%. If I were in your shoes, I would be skeptical too. So make sure you keep watching all the way to the end, because you'll discover the 2 little-known studies that prove without a shadow of a doubt that routines like the ones you're about to learn will force your body to burn more calories and increase your flexibility in just the first session. The best part is, these 2-minute miracle routines require zero equipment, no special diets, no pricey weight loss supplements, and no overly intimidating workouts. Now, before we go any further, it's important that I give you fair warning that the information in this video flies in the face of what you've been told in the past. And I'll be dropping some controversial truth bombs today. And when the mainstream fitness moguls that advocate long, drawn-out workouts, pricey supplements, and extreme diets catch wind of the information on this page, they'll stop at nothing to get me to stop sharing unique information like this with you. That's because they know when you learn these 2-minute routines that have been proven to unlock your fat-burning potential, that don't require extensive workouts, and that won't have you buying any expensive gym equipment or silly weight loss supplements, you'll never spend another penny on their infomercial gimmicks ever again. Okay, now that I have your undivided attention, and I know you're serious about learning a powerful new secret to losing weight faster, let me share with you a quick story about one of my closest clients who came to me as a last resort. He was a 44-year-old diabetic. He'd run out of options. Overweight, sick, and ready to give up on life. Evans was out of shape. Suffering from type 2 diabetes, his muscles were so tight that he couldn't get anywhere near touching his toes, or even putting his arms over his head. He was in such bad shape that his doctor told him that he needed to change or he would end up in the graveyard before the age of 50. I can remember the first time we worked together like it was yesterday. He walked in, moving like the Tin Man, with a long list of aches and pains he'd been suffering from for years. When I asked him to do a squat, he barely made it halfway down before his hamstrings locked up, nearly collapsing forward like someone had just shoved him hard in the back. When I asked him to show me his push-up, his chest, back, and shoulders were so tight that he could barely go halfway down. He was completely out of shape. He had no flexibility, no endurance, and no strength in his muscles whatsoever. I knew that we really had our work cut out for us, and we both knew it. However, when digging deeper, I was shocked to discover that the reason he was failing to see results had nothing to do with how hard he was trying. It had nothing to do with his capacity to get stronger either. And it wasn't because he was being lazy or making excuses. You see, I've had clients before in the past who claim that they work hard and don't see results, when, in reality, they are making excuse after excuse to themselves, and they never really give any diet or exercise program a real chance. Evans, on the other hand, was different. He told me about the endless workout programs he'd tried, and the thousands he paid to work with trainers in the past, and yet he was never able to see the results he wanted from his efforts. This left him in a painful pattern of working hard, seeing little in the way of real results, feeling unmotivated, and then giving up. Eventually, his failure would hurt him so badly emotionally, they would have to try to give it another shot, over and over again, only to be disappointed with each try. And the worst part was, as he was sharing his story, I could see it. The look in his eyes told me everything I needed to know. I was his last hope, which is why he came to see me. You see, as I mentioned before, my name is Tyler Bramlett, but my friends call me the Garage Warrior. I was given that nickname by my brother because I chose to forego the mainstream gym scene so I could make my own rules and train my clients out of a bare-bones garage gym instead. Here's a pic of me that I took from my Facebook page. Over the last few years, I've become a world-renowned authority on body transformation, and as you can see, over 86,569 people depend on me daily for advice on Facebook alone. And I have a reputation for being the go-to guy when other trainers can't get their clients the results they want. However, as I would soon find out, Evans was a new type of challenge for me. You see, over the next few weeks, I watched him closely as I taught the exact steps I'd used on hundreds of other clients to help them get the body transformation results they wanted. However, just like Evans warned me, nothing seemed to happen. For some reason, he wasn't like the others that I had trained in the past. No matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't get him to perform my usual exercises with the form that I had come to expect from my other clients. Then, it hit me. Maybe it wasn't his fault. Maybe the reason he wouldn't get the results he wanted was because his body simply could not perform any of the typical exercises I was used to using, like squats and push-ups. Stick with me for a sec, because this realization hit me like a ton of bricks. You see, one day I was watching Evans perform a basic squat, a movement that basically resembles standing up from a chair, which should be really simple, right? His gaze was intense. He was focused beyond explanation, and when he reached a certain point, he just could not go any further. Even though I already knew he had some flexibility issues, I didn't realize that there was an exact spot in his squat, just shy of halfway down, that his hip muscles shut down, leaving him weak and unstable, as if his muscles had just run out of batteries. Below this point, his risk for injury skyrocketed, and yet, above this point, his results would never compare to the results of someone else doing the same movement with higher muscle recruitment and range of motion. Now, I realize that this may sound a little confusing. However, I assure you that soon it will all make sense, and there's a very good chance that you have the same issue he did, leaving you with half the results you should be seeing, preventing you from burning the stubborn fat off your belly, love handles, hips, buns, and thighs, no matter what you do. The good news is, watching this one squat changed the way I thought about fat loss for good. You see, what I learned was, when stabilizer muscles, like the ones in Evans' hips, shut down because of inflexibility or lack of coordination, the larger muscles, or prime movers, take over as a way of protecting the body by limiting your ability to perform an exercise through a full range of motion. I'll explain exactly what this means in a moment, but first, let me tell you what happened when I looked for the same issue in his upper body. For weeks, I had Evans perform sets of basic push-ups while trying to coach him toward what I would consider to be perfect form. However, nothing I tried worked, until I realized he had another spot in his body that was disconnected, a sticking point in his push-up, that, when he went below the spot, the stabilizer muscles of his left shoulder shut down, and it collapsed into a dangerous position. Coincidentally, this was the same shoulder that he pointed out to me on day one as being weak and unstable. Ultimately, I realized he lacked the muscular coordination and flexibility to perform even these basic exercises properly, and The key to fixing this and finally getting the results he wanted wasn't to focus on more exercise or a more extreme diet. Instead, it was to focus on finding a way to improve his flexibility and control of his muscles. Now, before I get back to the story, let me explain why this is so important. You see, as I came to discover, flexibility and coordination are not only important for keeping your body healthy and pain-free, they are also the key to the results you can get from every exercise you ever attempt. The biggest problem is, most people, probably including you, lack the muscular coordination and flexibility to perform the most popular and effective exercises. Let me lay it out for you. Imagine two people. Let's call them person 1 and person 2. Person 1 is like Evans. They are tight, inflexible, and have poor coordination. When person 1 does a squat, at most, they are able to go halfway down. Any further, and they might risk injury, or humiliating themselves by losing their balance at the gym. Now take person 2. This is your natural athlete, who somehow manages to stay lean and strong even into their 50s and 60s. They were born flexible and coordinated, and when these people do a squat, they effortlessly go up and down through the full range of motion with full use of their muscles, perfect balance, and plenty of flexibility. However, the difference isn't just how the squat looks to the naked eye. In fact, as I'll show you in a sec, when I officially measured it, the difference is extreme. You see, when someone can only squat halfway down, wouldn't it stand to reason that they only use half of the energy, also known as calories, that someone who goes all the way down uses? After all, they are only going half the distance and using half the muscular efforts, right? So, it would make sense that because of his inflexibility and muscular dysfunction, Evans, who could only go halfway down on most popular exercises, was only burning half the calories other people were burning. At this point I realized his 10 squats, at best, burn the same calories as 5 good ones. We needed to fix this, and we needed to do it fast. The trouble is, I made the same mistake trying to fix this issue that everyone else does. And, along the way, I discovered a simple way to fix his flexibility issues, all while boosting his metabolism and increasing his core strength in just 2 minutes a day. Before I share this with you, let me share with you the first mistake I made, so you can avoid it and not waste any of your precious time. You see, the first thing I recommended was that Evans take up daily stretching or doing a yoga or Pilates class a minimum of 3 days a week. However, after a month of trying to fit it all in, Evans walked into my gym and leveled with me. He plain and simple didn't have the time to add more to his plate. He had a high-stress job, 2 kids, and he was way too busy to add in another 2 to 3 hours to his exercise routine in order to get the results that he really wanted. Plus, that's why he sought me out in the first place and paid me over $1,000 a month to help him transform his body. He asked me if there was another way, and I gave him my word that I would stop at nothing to find the answer. Although my initial plan had failed, I learned something valuable from the experience, and it's this. Most people, including me, and probably you too, simply don't have the time to add in 60 minutes of yoga, stretching, or Pilates 3 to 5 days a week. I needed to find the answer elsewhere. So I dove in head first, taking the best from all the practices that I had ever studied: Bikram yoga, Pilates, advanced athletic mobility training, gymnastic stretching, martial arts, relax contract techniques, and more. After all, each of these systems had something I wanted to offer him. However, I just couldn't seem to find a way to condense all these exercises into an easy-to-follow routine that Evans could do anytime or anywhere, without losing hours from his week, without having to join an intense group class, and without making him feel more frustrated that nothing was working. After all, most exercise routines that focus on flexibility and coordination demand that you practice them 3 or more hours a week in order to get results. Then, as luck would have it, while I was searching for an answer for Evans, I met the Pilates guru I mentioned earlier. If you don't know any Pilates experts, they are one-of-a-kind people. Sylvia's entire mission in life was to help people transform their bodies while regaining their core strength, flexibility, and coordination, all in under 45 minutes, just 3 days a week. And, as luck would have it, she was the missing piece of the puzzle that would help Evans go from an out-of-shape type 2 diabetic to one of the fittest 40-plus-year-olds in our hometown. Sylvia and I met after I overheard her talking to a friend about her methods of training, and I'll admit that in order to break the ice in conversation, I did eavesdrop on her a bit, which I now consider a big blessing, because I overheard her talking about a client she had with the exact same problem as Evans. I approached her, introduced myself, and we began to talk. As the conversation unfolded, Sylvia shared with me her secret. She said,
My secret to resetting people's bodies and helping them restore flexibility and coordination has nothing to do with doing hours of yoga or Pilates every week. That's not what the body needs in order to change. Instead, what I do is use short, punctuated, daily movement reminders that send specific signals to your body that effortlessly force it to change. If I were you, Tyler, I would have Evans do short body weight routines once per day that target his flexibility deficiencies, reestablish his connection with his core, and send consistent signals to his body that it's time to loosen up and change.
I'll be honest, at first I was pretty pessimistic that this was going to work. After all the things I've tried, it seemed to be a little too good to be true, that you could actually see noticeable results from such a tiny amount of exercise. However, since I had tried everything else, and since I had made a promise to Evans that I was going to solve his problem, I intended on keeping my word. Sylvia told me to condense 60 minutes of yoga, stretching, and Pilates into short, specific sequences. So, that's exactly what I decided to do. As I flew home, I wrote down exactly what Sylvia had told me. I finally had a plan for what I would do with Evans. It was my last resort, and truthfully, I wasn't sure what I would have done had I not met Sylvia that fateful day. All I could do at this point was pray for a miracle that would not only help him restore his flexibility and coordination, but would be the magic key that finally helped him unlock his fat-burning potential, releasing trapped fat and allowing him to finally get the results he really wanted. On that plane ride home, I wrote down 63 of these bizarre and condensed routines, which contained a mix of yoga, Pilates, stretching, and advanced mobility exercises. As soon as I got home, I took this new quick fix blueprint and began to use it right away on Evans. And the results were nothing short of miraculous. In no time at all, his half-hearted push-up, the one that he could barely do before with decent form, the very same push-up that caused him such embarrassment and even chronic neck, shoulder, and upper back pain, began to look like the push-ups I was used to seeing my seasoned clients do. And his squat, the one where he could barely make it halfway down without tumbling over, instantly became better. Even more, over the next few weeks, I was amazed. Each session, he was able to do more and more with near perfect form. But that wasn't the only benefit. After a few weeks of adding these 2-minute routines into his workouts, I noticed that the fat was literally melting off his body. It was all happening so fast. He was losing fat like he was 18 again. And the smile on his face and the newfound confidence that he was showing up with told me loud and clear. He noticed too. Evans commented on how he looked way leaner, how his waist was slimming at record speeds, and over the course of the next couple months, Evans went from fat, dissatisfied, and ready to throw in the towel and just give up on himself to the lean, functional physique he always wanted. But that's not even the best part. The best part of all is that Evans has continued to use these sequences, and his body today is the best it's ever looked. Here's proof. After seeing this transformation, I couldn't help but wonder, had I just stumbled upon the holy grail that could fix your flexibility and coordination issues while rapidly releasing trapped fat? My gut told me that I should shout this information from the rooftops, but my skeptical side prevented me from sharing this with anyone, at least until I had proof that this really worked as well as I had thought. So I did what any science-minded workout geek would do. I went out and bought a high-quality heart rate monitor and began to do a study on myself. The plan was to do exactly what I did with Evans, perform a basic workout containing basic exercises for 3 rounds with a 3-minute rest period between each round. Then, I measured my flexibility and overall calorie burn after the workout had ended. Next, I performed the same exact workout under the same circumstances a few days later. Only this time, I added these bizarre yoga-ish, Pilates-ish bodyweight routines into my workouts as a substitute for my rest periods. Here's what happened. I gained over 3 inches on my flexibility and ended up burning an extra 177 calories in just one workout. Keep in mind that these workouts took the exact same amount of time as before. I simply replaced the rest periods with these same, easy-to-follow 2-minute routines that I had written on that plane ride home. Now, just so you know how big of a deal this is, I had been a highly sought-after personal trainer for years. I had spent over $20,000 on specialty seminars and certifications working with the best and brightest in the industry. And I had never seen results like this before. 3 inches of brand new flexibility that I didn't have before, and burning an additional 177 calories in just one workout? At this point, you might be thinking to yourself, why didn't you just come out and share it with everyone then? After all, I did already have proof that it worked rather miraculously on Evans, and I had visual proof because of the testing I did on myself. However, that wasn't enough for me. I wanted bulletproof, clear evidence that these simple routines work 100% of the time. So I called my brother, who was a gym owner in San Diego, and I asked him to personally try adding in these bizarre 2-minute routines to see what happened. Well, he ended up burning an additional 107 calories and gained over 2 inches of flexibility after just one session. Here are his picks. He was so impressed that he called me immediately and left me this voice message.
Tyler, the results are insane. I need to test this on a random batch of my gym members so I can make sure it's not a fluke.
I agreed to share these bodyweight sequences with him, as long as he promised to run an unbiased test with men and women of all ages, health backgrounds, and skill levels. He agreed, and here's what happened. He tested this on 17 different people, male and female of all ages, and sure enough, on average, they increased their flexibility by 2.5 inches and burned 82 more calories in just one session. Here's proof. Just imagine what this would mean for you if you incorporated these short 2-minute routines into your workouts, or even just your morning routine for a week or a month. Picture yourself finally being able to release stubborn fat, increase your metabolism, improve your posture, strengthen your core, flatten your stomach, and get more flexibility in just one session. As I'm sure you'll agree, I now had undeniable proof that this did in fact work for everyone we tested it on. Doesn't matter your age, how athletic you may or may not be, or whether you're a man or a woman. If you use these routines, you can improve your flexibility, dramatically increase the amount of calories you burn, and get in shape easier and in less time, simply by adding in these 2-minute miracle exercises. However, as a popular trainer, I knew I had a reputation to uphold. And while my self-funded studies did validate that these 2-minute routines did work wonders to boost your metabolism, coordination, and flexibility, there was one more thing I needed to become fully convinced. What I needed was legitimate scientific research that proved it. Here's what I found. Over the last few years, I'd gotten really good at digging through and interpreting scientific studies. I'm the kind of trainer who likes to make sure that any new strategies I teach my clients are medically safe and scientifically backed. So I figured it'd be easy to find a study that could explain the miraculous increase in calorie burn that was happening to people who were using these short bodyweight routines alongside their workouts. However, I looked far and wide, and there was nothing I could find out there. The reason was that the routines Evans and the others were using are so new that nobody had ever heard of them before. So I dug really deep and found 2 interesting studies that shed some light on why these routines are so effective, why you can lose weight faster than those who do traditional exercises, why you'll be able to have more flexibility than the average physically fit person just by implementing these simple, quick 2-minute exercises, and how you'll be able to have fat literally melt off your body just by making one simple shift in your daily routine. The first study I found was in a Journal of Sports Sciences published back in 2001. The study compared groups of people who perform pre-workout routines, similar to the ones I designed for Evans, to people who didn't perform these routines. They found that the group who performed these routines increased their overall oxygen consumption during their workout by a whopping 21.4%. This was great news. A 21.4% increase in oxygen consumption validated a lot of what I saw. It explained the increased stamina, the ability to do progressively more difficult exercises, the improved metabolism, and lightning fast weight loss that was common from people using these unique routines. Doctors, nutritionists, and fitness professionals around the world know that the more oxygen you can take in while exercising, the faster your metabolism will be. However, this still didn't explain why Evans and the others were seeing such staggering increases in calorie burn, as high as 53%, and significant improvements in their flexibility by 2+ inches. So I kept digging and finally found the very last piece of the puzzle that scientifically validated why the routines I created for Evans were so effective. This second study was published in the International Organization of Scientific Researchers Journal of Humanities and Social Sciences. And, just like the other study, it looked at people who were using pre-workout routines similar to the ones I designed for Evans versus people who used no routines at all. However, instead of tracking the increase in oxygen uptake, this study focused on the increase in performance. Here were the shocking results. This study showed that when you perform a short routine like the ones you're about to learn, you can increase your strength by up to 27% and boost your flexibility by up to 7% in just your first session. This was the last piece of the puzzle I needed to feel confident that the sequences I created for Evans, tested on myself, my brother, and a random population of his students would work for everyone, whether you're a man or a woman, at any age and in any state of health. It was at this point that I made a big decision. You see, helping Evans was pivotal. By the time he reached out to me, he was at the end of his rope. He was starting to feel like he'd have to suffer with being overweight for the rest of his life. I can only imagine how bad he must have felt, considering he put his heart and soul into transforming his body, only to see nothing in the way of real results. If you've ever felt frustrated with your fat loss results, then know this: it's not your fault. You may be experiencing the same slow metabolism that Evans and so many others have experienced. You might feel nothing but weak when you're trying to get stronger, and you might not be able to lose fat no matter how much you exercise. The good news for you is there is a solution. You see, after seeing these miraculous results, I decided that it was my duty to take these 63 sequences and create an easy-to-follow system you can use to boost your metabolism, to increase your flexibility, to look better in your clothes, to move more easily and with less pain in your joints, and to do all this in as little as 2 minutes a day. But it had to be done right. I knew that in order for me to do this correctly, I would need a partner who understood exactly what I was trying to teach. Someone who had a solid grasp on the biology of human movement and flexibility, and someone who had a keen eye for the little details that would make all the difference between just another workout product and something that could change your whole life. Then it hit me. Sylvia, the woman who gave me the idea in the first place, would be the perfect partner to help me bring this to the world. An easy-to-follow system that anyone could do, at any age, even total beginners. I picked up the phone, told her about my idea, and she was in. Together, we hired a professional film team and captured all 63 sequences in high-quality video, making this so easy to use that all you have to do is press play and follow along. After all, like Evans, you're probably frustrated, and the last thing I wanted to do was create a complex and confusing system that contained all the answers but was too difficult for you to use. That's why I made this what I call press play simple. It will only take you 2 minutes to add these routines into your day. In just seconds from now, you could be working with me and Sylvia through dozens of these unique bodyweight sequences that will add fire to your body's ability to burn calories by up to 53%. You'll be increasing your flexibility while never having to step foot in another yoga class or spend hours a week stretching. With your newfound flexibility, you'll decrease any nagging aches and pains in your body, you'll improve your posture and reduce or eliminate tight muscles in your back, neck, and shoulders. And you'll finally have the missing piece of the puzzle that guarantees you'll finally break through your plateaus so you can stop feeling dissatisfied, unmotivated, and ready to give up on yourself. Everything you need to turn your body into a fat-burning, weight-losing health machine can be found in the comprehensive system we like to call bodyweight flow. I had no idea when I started working with Evans that I would end up creating such a powerful system for people to lose weight, burn fat, fire up their metabolism, and increase their flexibility all at the same time. And all of this in just 2 minutes. To make this extremely easy to use, Sylvia and I divided the bodyweight flow system into 3 different areas of your body. This way, you can target your problem areas and see the unique results you want even faster. When you use our system, you'll finally unlock your true fat loss potential, and you'll never again be beaten by any exercise or any previously uncomfortable daily movement that you do. Let me show you what I mean. In component 1, you will find the complete bodyweight flow quick start guide. This guide will show you the most effective way to begin using these unique bodyweight routines, so you can start seeing results in your first session. There are no wasted words or filler sentences here. The Quick Start Guide is designed to get you started using this system ASAP. Next up is component number 2 that contains 21 follow-along upper body routines. This video series has 21 different follow-along routines specifically for people with a tight neck, shoulders, or upper back. There are 7 beginner videos, 7 intermediate videos, and 7 advanced videos specifically designed to activate the muscles of your core, increase your shoulder flexibility, and strengthen the stabilizers of your upper body. In component number 3, you get access to 21 follow-along lower body routines. This series of videos also contains 21 different follow-along routines specifically for people with a tight lower back, hamstrings, groin muscles, and calves. And, like before, there are 7 beginner videos, 7 intermediate videos, and 7 advanced videos, meaning anyone can easily use them, even complete beginners. You'll see how to supercharge your lower body flexibility and increase your coordination to dramatically boost your metabolism in literally minutes. In component number 4, you'll get 21 follow-along full body routines. In this last section, we included 21 more videos that will increase the flexibility and coordination in your full body. They are divided again into 7 beginner, 7 intermediate, and 7 advanced routines that all build on each other, making it easy to progress as you get stronger and more flexible. Using these videos, you will dramatically increase your flexibility and build massive coordination in your upper body, lower body, and core all at the same time, resulting in a skyrocketed metabolism, a stronger core, and fat loss that you've likely never experienced. Now, there is some bad news here. Let's say you decided that it was important enough for you to learn this stuff directly from me. You'd first have to fly out to California and pay my usual hourly rate of $125, where you'd spend at least a full day studying with me, just so you could get close to grasping maybe 10 or so sequences from the bodyweight flow system. In total, you'd easily spend over $1,000 for my time to learn the exact routines I taught to Evans that increased his flexibility and unlocked his fat loss potential in just 2 minutes. In all honesty, that would be a fair price for this information, considering that I spent more than $1,000 on heart rate monitors just to conduct a study on the 17 random individuals at my brother's gym, so I could prove that the system works for anyone, man or woman, young or old, at any age or any skill level. However, my goal as a trainer is to help as many people as possible. Here's why. When you watch someone get results like Evans did, after years of struggling, feeling self-conscious, and getting to the point of wanting to just give up, only to transform their body and life in a matter of weeks, completely changing their life, you'd probably feel like I do right now, like sharing this is your responsibility, your duty, and that's exactly how I feel. So, let's do a quick recap of what you've learned so far. Then, I want to show you something else I have as a thank you for taking action and choosing to watch this video today. So far, you've learned that the problem most people are having that prevents them from getting the results they want is that they lack the flexibility and coordination needed to perform basic exercises through a full range of motion and with good form. You also learned that no amount of traditional exercise is going to fix this issue, unless you want to spend 3 or more hours a week in various yoga, Pilates, and stretching classes, which very few people, including me, have time for. You learn that the only solution you have is to send your body consistent flexibility and coordination building signals on a daily basis by regularly using the 2-minute bodyweight routines we created for you. You won't lose hours out of your week, and these routines have been proven through research to help improve your flexibility by several inches and boost the number of calories you burn by up to 53% in just one workout session. You also learn that scientific studies have proven that a pre-workout routine similar to the bodyweight routines you're about to learn can increase your overall oxygen consumption by 21.4%, boost your strength by 27%, increase your flexibility by 7%, and significantly raise your metabolism. I'm confident that this system is the most unique and effective 2-minute program you will ever follow. And, all ego aside, there has never been anything like this before. However, I didn't want to stop there. You see, I wanted you to be so over-the-top thrilled about improving your body and health with the new bodyweight flow system that I added in a set of free bonuses that you're gonna love. You see, I released the bodyweight flow system to a small group of my coaching clients to see what else I could add in order to make it even better. They came back to me with a few simple requests. They told me that they'd love some guidance on what bodyweight sequences to follow each day of the week. This way, they could just open up a calendar, click a link, and check it off their to-do list. Second, they wanted to know exactly which bodyweight sequences complemented certain workout programs the best. And finally, some of them loved the routine so much that they asked how they should go about doing an entire workout using just these bodyweight sequences. So, I hit the drawing board and solved all of these problems by creating for you 5 specific bonus manuals that show you exactly what to do each day, what routines to use with which workouts, and I created 42 different full workout routines featuring these unique bodyweight sequences. What this means is that you'll know exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to make the entire bodyweight flow system work perfectly for your unique lifestyle. So, included with your order today, you're going to get all 5 Bodyweight Flow bonus manuals as my 100% free gift to you. The Daily Flow Calendar comes as a part of your bonuses, and it's yours free today. This beginner, intermediate, and advanced calendar takes away any confusion you have and simplifies the Bodyweight Flow system even further by giving you a month-long sequence that you can follow. This means all you have to do is open the calendar, go to the current day, and follow along. This Daily Flow Calendar literally does all the thinking for you so you can focus on more important things in your life. The Exercise Pairing Guide is the second bonus, and it's also included with no additional charge. This manual shows you the exact bodyweight sequences you should use depending on what type of exercise you like to do. It doesn't matter if you're a power lifter, a cross trainer, a runner, a bodybuilder, a general exercise enthusiast, or if you practice yoga or Pilates, use the kettlebell, or do any other kind of exercise. This manual will teach you the best routines to follow no matter what. And if you don't have an exercise routine you currently follow, or you just fall in love with these bodyweight sequences, Sylvia and I created 3 more bonus manuals where we put 14 10-minute bodyweight flow workouts, 14 20-minute bodyweight flow workouts, and 14 30-minute bodyweight flow workouts, where you can simply use this as your very own standalone workout system, dramatically increasing your flexibility, improving your core strength, and turning you into a lean, fat-burning machine. And if you're worried about the bodyweight flow system conflicting with other things you are currently doing, then know this. The bodyweight flow system can be used in conjunction with any other workout program. It will not conflict with any training you currently have going on. In fact, it will make every other workout better. So if you're on the fence about trying bodyweight flow because you already have a workout program that you like, then you should know that these 2-minute bodyweight sequences were designed to be plugged into your existing workout to help you burn even more calories and see faster results. Just plug these short flow routines into your morning or evening, plug them in during the beginning, middle, or end of any workout, or simply follow them whenever you have 2 minutes to spare and a floor to stand on. And in just 2 minutes, you'll increase your flexibility and be burning up to 53% more calories in just one session. You can think of this as an add-on system of unique bodyweight exercises that will unlock trapped fat and enhance the results you already get from your workouts. And if you felt discouraged from working out in the past, or if you are already where Evans was headed, having given up on the idea of you changing the way your body looks, then the bodyweight flow system will help you gain strength, lose weight faster, and feel better inside your body than you have in a long, long time. That being said, I do have a warning for you. The bodyweight flow system is not for everyone. I have to be upfront with you about this. If you think you're going to transform your body with zero actual work, think again. Although I did my absolute best to create an easy-to-follow, step-by-step roadmap that will increase your flexibility and metabolism, you do have to follow along with the bodyweight routines at least 3 days a week in order to get the results you're looking for. However, like I said before, they only take 2 minutes to complete, and you'll see results starting with your very first session. This means that although you have to do some work, it doesn't have to take up very much of your time. And the reality is, if you don't have 2 minutes to spare, then this program is not for you. Also, there's more bad news. If you are motivated to make a change, to finally get the results you want from your workouts, then you should know this. No amount of regular exercise will get you the results you're looking for. Yes, I hate to break it to you, but the workout programs available on the market today do very little to increase your flexibility, improve your coordination, and accelerate the amount of calories you can burn in one session. In fact, most workouts being pitched to you by the mainstream magazines and TV shows don't even understand the powerful benefits that you can get from following along to these 2-minute miracle routines. The reason for this is because the routines we created for you are brand new, and the mainstream media has yet to sink their money-grubbing teeth into them, which means the only place for you to get your hands on these routines is right here, right now. And the only way for you to skyrocket your metabolism and start getting the body transformation results you really want is to follow these short bodyweight routines that I laid out for you in the bodyweight flow system. Now, listen closely because this is extremely important. When I first heard Sylvia talk about how effective these 2-minute bodyweight routines are, I was in the same position as you. I remember thinking to myself, can these short routines really make a difference in the way my body looks and feels? When I started using them myself, I was amazed at how powerful they are. And I assure you, they will have the same fat-melting, flexibility-increasing effectiveness for you too. How can I say this? Because I've taken the time and spent the money to prove that these routines worked on Evans, myself, my family, and a random control group of 17 people. Even more, I found the studies that scientifically prove this work, and the conclusion I've made is, yes, these 2-minute routines can make a huge difference on the way your body looks and feels. However, I understand that it can be a bit of a leap to try something that is brand new, even if it has produced nothing but positive results in the lives of the people who use it. So, in order to completely erase your concern, I decided to remove all risk from you and take it on myself instead. This way, you can painlessly try the bodyweight flow system and see the results for yourself, which means you don't have to decide the day. All I want you to do is try it. I created an industry-first quadruple guarantee. The way it works is if you're not 100% happy with the quality of the product, the results you've gotten, the helpfulness of me and my team, or how easy it is to use, you can just send me an email within the first 60 days and I'll get you a full refund. No questions asked. And unlike some online companies that give you the runaround and make you jump through hoops when you ask for a refund, I run a small business that actually cares about you getting the results you want, which is why I think you'll be pleasantly surprised when you email us and see that either me or Andrea, my assistant, will be helping you with a friendly attitude. I assure you, we are here to help. By now, I hope that I've proven to you how dramatic the changes you'll feel and see in your body will be when you follow these 2-minute bodyweight sequences. And I'm sure you're scratching your head, wondering to yourself, how much is this unique new system going to cost? Well, I'm not going to beat around the bush anymore. The entire bodyweight flow system is only $37. Yes, you read that correctly. $37 is all it's going to cost you to dramatically accelerate the amount of calories you can burn by up to 53% in your first session. Boost your muscular strength by 27% so you can do more reps or lift more weight on every exercise. Get the lean, toned physique you want even faster so you can look the way you want to look, wear the clothes you want to wear, and feel great in your body. All while adding inches to your flexibility, making exercises easier and more comfortable to do, while ridding your body of nagging aches and pains you've had from years of feeling tight and uncoordinated. Improve your posture and strengthen your core, making your body feel amazing while giving you all the confidence and energy you desire. Unlock your fat burning potential so you can rid yourself of the trapped fat that has stubbornly clung to your body for years, and experience so many more benefits that come from losing weight faster, loosening up the tight muscles in your body, and restoring your body back to how you know it should look and feel. And while some of my close friends in the industry thought I was crazy for offering my newly discovered secret weapon for such a low price, I'll tell you why I'm offering it to you for so cheap. I take my work very seriously, and I don't want anything to stand in the way of you having the most amazing, healthy body you possibly can. This is my mission in life. Remember, regardless of your gender, no matter how young or old you are, and no matter what your current health situation, these 2-minute miracle routines will work for you. Which means that all you have to do is simply click the Buy Now button below to get started right now. And if you're not sure about just trying the bodyweight flow system, let me level with you. I'm personally responsible for many real-world body transformations, and over 85,000 people rely on me for daily advice on diet and exercise through Facebook alone. However, the number one thing that stands out to me more than any other is that some people simply will not take the necessary steps to change their bodies and lives. The reality is, if all you do is use these 2-minute bodyweight sequences contained in the bodyweight flow system for the next 7 days, you'll see noticeable results in the way your body looks and feels. For most people, this is usually enough to stay motivated to keep following these short routines so you can continue to improve your flexibility, coordination, and dramatically increase your metabolism so you can feel great in your body again, while unlocking the trapped fat that has been stuck in your body for years. However, for every person that I see take action and commit to using these 2-minute routines, there's another person who ignores this information completely and continues for another year or more not getting any results. Which leaves me with one final question for you. Which person do you want to be? The choice is yours. Either go on with your life and choose to be content with the way your body looks right now. Be content with the mediocre results you've gotten thus far and understand that this is as far as you will go. Or try something new, something that you've likely never heard of before, and give yourself the chance to finally start seeing the real results you should be seeing from your workouts. All you have to do is click the Buy Now button and you'll have taken the first steps towards real and lasting results that you've likely never seen before. When you do, you will get access to the entire bodyweight flow system, which is made up of 4 detailed components that will show you exactly how the system works. All you have to do is press play and follow along with the videos and results will come. It's that simple. And you'll also get all the bonuses I created for you that make these drop-dead simple routines even easier to use. The daily flow calendar, which gives you a month's worth of sequences that you can follow to make your life easier. You don't even have to figure out the exercises. They're all planned out for you. The exercise pairing guide, which will show you the best bodyweight sequences to use with different types of workouts and activities. And you'll also get the 10-minute, the 20-minute, and the 30-minute flow routines in case you'd like to use these bodyweight sequences as a standalone workout system. Finally, you'll have a full 60 days to try out all 63 2-minute bodyweight sequences. If you don't see amazing results, if you don't like the quality, if we neglect you at all, or if this system is too hard for you to use, then just email me and my assistant Andrea, or I will give you a full refund. There's nothing to lose here but the chance to transform your body using a unique and proven system that will deliver if you just give it a try. So, just click the Buy Now button and you're in. I'm Tyler Bramlett, and here's to you finally getting the results you want and deserve by using these unique 2-minute miracle routines. Every second you spend right now thinking about reasons to ditch this video and not get the metabolism boosting, flexibility increasing benefits of the bodyweight flow system is another second you could be spending transforming your body. It only takes 2 minutes to start seeing results, so don't waste this time. Instead, take action while it's fresh in your mind and get started today. Just click the Buy Now button and you can get started in the next 3 minutes. And if you're still not convinced, then let me answer some of the most common questions I get from potential clients and customers.
What is the bodyweight flow system and how does it work in only 2 minutes?
The bodyweight flow system is a series of 63 different 2-minute follow-along sequences, otherwise known as bodyweight flows. They use only the weight of your body. There are 21 beginner flows, 21 intermediate flows, and 21 advanced flows covering the upper, lower, and full body. All you have to do to start seeing results today is follow along to one or more flow each day, only a 2-minute time commitment, either in the morning or evening, before your workout, during your workout, after your workout, or any time that is convenient. By following along to these short specific sequences and paying attention to the detailed form we outline in each video, you will increase your flexibility, boost your coordination and muscle contraction, unlocking your fat loss potential. There's plenty of proof that these flows work, and science has now even confirmed that by following along to a pre-workout routine like bodyweight flow, you can increase your flexibility by 7% and boost your oxygen uptake and fat burning potential by 21.4% during your workouts.
Does this program only work with bodyweight training programs?
No, you can use bodyweight flow with any workout or even if you don't currently exercise. That's the beauty of these short sequences. They were designed to complement any exercise program and even serve as a basic exercise program for people who don't currently work out. If you're a runner, these sequences will help you mobilize your lower body and use more of your muscles, effectively making you faster, less likely to get injured, and will improve your metabolism. If you like lifting weights, these sequences will increase your functional flexibility by 7% in just one session. You will be able to complete every rep of every set through a greater range of motion so you can work your muscles harder and burn more calories during every single workout. It doesn't matter if you love to use weights, machines, cardio equipment, body weight exercises, kettlebells, or suspension trainers. These bodyweight flow sequences maximize the results of your exercise routine no matter what it is.
What if I'm a complete beginner? Can I still benefit from following along to this program?
Luckily for you, this program is outlined in 3 different steps. There's a beginner, intermediate, and advanced level for each area of the body. The idea is that you start with much simpler, easy to follow beginner sequences, and over the course of 30 to 60 days, you graduate to the more complicated sequences. This way, beginners, intermediate exercisers, and even advanced athletes can benefit from using this program. Even more, if you happen to be a total beginner, consider yourself blessed that you found this before wasting months or even years in the gym, not burning the maximum amount of fat, and not seeing the results you want because your muscles are too tight and you were too uncoordinated.
Can I use this program with other resistance training and cardio programs?
Yes, as I said above, you don't need to change your current routine whatsoever. Instead, all you have to do to coax your body into unlocking its true potential is learn how to increase your own individual movement capacity. All you have to do is add these 2-minute sequences into your current routine. The bottom line is you can literally use any resistance training or cardio program that you like, and if you add in these 2-minute sequences, you will get better results.
Can I watch the follow along sequence on my smartphone?
Yes, I've spared no expense to make sure that the entire bodyweight flow system was smartphone and tablet ready. You can download the follow along videos to your smartphone and bring them with you to your workouts, or you can simply stream them online anytime, anywhere.
If I really like the results I get with the follow-along sequences, can I do more than just one?
This comes up a lot with our clients. Since using one sequence is good, then using 2, 3, or even more might be better, right? Well, there's really two answers to this question. First, all you have to do to get results is follow a minimum of one sequence each day. This is enough to see noticeable changes within 5 to 7 days and substantial changes within a month. To make this part easy, I created a daily flow calendar that you can use that does the thinking for you. I added this daily flow calendar as a free bonus when you grab a copy of the Bodyweight Flow System today. Just use the flow of the day each day and you're set. That being said, when we first tested this program, there were so many requests for longer flows that it seemed like a no-brainer to create 10-minute, 20-minute, and 30-minute flow workout manuals as a free bonus for you when you invest in the Bodyweight Flow System on this page. This way you can use a series of these flows as an entire workout if you want.
I want to increase my flexibility and burn more fat right now. Do I have to wait until you ship everything in the Bodyweight Flow System?
I have great news for you. You can get started right away. In order to get this into as many people's hands as possible and keep the price as low as we could, I decided to make the Bodyweight Flow System into a completely downloadable system. So there's no wait time, no shipping cost to you, and you'll get instant access as soon as you click the Buy Now button below.
I'm over 50, and I'm not sure that I could do some of these sequences.
If you're over 50, it's absolutely essential that you start using this now. Otherwise, you'll become more inflexible, and any workout you try now or in the future will be less effective as you age. You'll be more likely to get injured, and your results will stall as your body gets tighter over time. Plain and simple, over 50 is the most important time to start following a program like Bodyweight Flow, because each year you will lose more muscle mass, more flexibility, and more control over your body. With this system, you can take complete control of your health and well-being. I'm serious when I say you need the system more than anyone else. When you begin to use it, you'll notice increased flexibility, faster weight loss, and your metabolism will get the boost it really needs.
What if I'm in pretty good shape, but just want to lose that last 5 to 10 pounds and improve my performance during my high-intensity training? Will this still help?
If you're one of the lucky few who are already in fantastic shape and just want a metabolic advantage that will help you lose the last 5 to 10 pounds even faster, these Bodyweight Flow sequences will become your personal secret weapon that will enable you to go the extra mile in your workouts and shed those last few pounds of ugly fat fast.
I'm already really flexible, and I do yoga regularly. Would this program still help me get faster fat loss results?
The Bodyweight Flow System isn't just a series of stretches and poses like you would find in yoga. Instead, we took the best exercises we could find from yoga, Pilates, martial arts, athletic training, and physical therapy and combined them into specific sequences that will not only improve your flexibility, but will also build massive coordination, increase your control over your muscles, and strengthen your core and posture in unlikely positions. If you like yoga, you will instantly fall in love with Bodyweight Flow.
What happens if this program doesn't work for me?
That's an easy answer. I offer the first quadruple guarantee in the fitness industry. I promise top-notch quality, customer service, results, and satisfaction with your experience. If in the first 60 days, Bodyweight Flow doesn't live up to any of your expectations, then all you have to do is email me and let me know why you weren't satisfied, and you will get a full refund, no questions asked. And remember, unlike other online fitness companies where you have to deal with foreign customer service giving you the runaround, I run a small company with just me and my assistant Andrea. And both of us truly care about you getting better results. So if you have any issues with the program or need a refund, either Andrea or I will be the ones to help you directly. And we won't give you any runaround whatsoever. Don't let this small investment get between you and the best life and body. All you have to do is click the Buy Now button below. Once you're inside, you'll get access to all 63 follow-along videos, manuals, and bonuses I've created for you. And you'll be well on your way to the body and health you've been longing for. Can't wait to see your results.